it's JamieZebra23. So I want to discuss an incident that happened. Okay, so as most of you know on my channel, I travel every year for a few months, summer vacation. I'm able to take the show on the road because this is what I do for a living. I make videos, right? So I can make videos from anywhere in the world. So I'm fortunate that way. So I'm a creature of habit, and me having a 22-year-old special needs child and a toddler, I don't like to switch things up too much. I like to know where we're going, how long it's going to take to get there, just to make it smooth as I travel with children, right? So I was staying at the Motel 6, which I do every year, which I've done every year for the past 7 years, everywhere I go. And somebody that was working there said, hey, you come here. Have you ever thought about maybe staying somewhere better? I was like, well, what do you mean? At first I was like, are they trying to tell me I can't, like, are we being asked to leave? She goes, no, just don't say anything. Because the rooms at Motel 6, I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you guys stay at Motel 6, the rooms have gone up in prices. Last year it was $95 a night. This year with tax, it was almost $150 a night. So they're like, you could be staying at like a resort for like $50 a night for this or that. So I was like, really? And she showed me some pictures on her phone and gave me a phone number to a nice lady named Terry. So Terry, which I will give the information at the bottom of this, I contacted Terry. She said, yes, Summer Bay has something that you can go to where they can give you a tour and show you all about it. So I'm under the impression that I'm going to go transition from the Motel 6 into a resort. I'm going to pay money and, spend the next 10 days at the resort. So that's what's going on in my mind. That's what I'm thinking this is, which it probably would have been if this incident didn't happen. And I also want to say that by going to this, I also got $200 for seeing the tour, for them pitching their promo to me for an hour and a half. I received 2 $100 Visa gift cards to use anywhere. So I did get that in return for going to this. I did not even, like I said, I've been frequenting Orlando, frequenting Clermont, Disney, Florida for 7 years. This is same routine every year. And I did not know that these things were there. So right around the corner from Disney was the Summer Bay Resort. It was a very nice place. So I walk in, I get registered, I sit down, and I wait for the thing to start. So each of the salespeople, they come out and they pick somebody off of a clipboard. So I got this guy who seemed very rude. I do have a child with special needs. He's like, come on already. I'm like, excuse me, he has mobility issues. It's obvious. So bad start. We go in there. He's like, there's coffee, there's refreshments, there were things there. I was like, thank you. So I got my oldest seated because, again, he's got special needs. And the guy was like, so as I'm like getting my youngest sat down, my oldest is sat down, I'm like pulling out the chair to sit down. Another guy came up and was like nice enough to help me pull up. It was nice enough to come and help. That wasn't my salesperson. My salesperson was sitting, doing that to us. So I'm just like, whoa. So I sit down, like I'm barely like even fully sat down. He goes, just tell me the truth. Don't BS me. You're just here for the money, aren't you? You're just here for the money. I was like, what? I'm like, no. He goes, you think this is a timeshare? I'm like, actually, I was told it's opposite of a timeshare because I'm not interested in a timeshare. He goes, well, yeah, that's true. But he goes, you're just here for the money. Just say it. You don't have to BS me. And I'm just like in shock. I'm getting like visibly upset. And one of the guys comes over and he's like, is everything all right? I'm like, I'm not sure what's going on here, but is this how you guys pitch your sales? Is this how you guys pitch your sales? And the guy was like, well, what do you mean? I was like, I'm like, been here for a whole 1 minute, and this guy's telling me I'm here just for the money. I'm like, I'm staying at Motel 6, and I was told that you guys would show me a way that I could vacation with my children in an even better way. guy goes, it wasn't that serious. Everything's fine over here. I guess the guy was the manager, the guy who runs the the club, like because that's what they were selling. I would have bought from them if they did not abuse me, if I wasn't abused there. So the guy kept the abuse going. So I stayed till the end just so that I could tell him no and report him further. Thankfully, throughout the thing, other people had to keep coming over because it was getting out of hand. I sat there because I didn't want this to go unnoticed because they did let me know that there would be a review at the end. So I sat there. Everything was, if you guys ever want to join something like that, this is the place to join. But I would say, don't give your money to places where you're abused, whether it be because of race, gender, religion, sexual orientation. I would not spend my money on places that don't like you. That's just me. So I ended up not going with it, but I will say that for a small fee, if you vacation a lot and you like to go to different places during your vacation period, this is the place to go. Because what this offers is it's kind of like a discount card. So what it would do is it would give you privy to prices that you could never get. So they went down the line and they showed me. So they have thousands of locations all across the world in the United States, out of the United States, even exactly where I was, that same that I was in getting this information. I could have stayed there with this card. It's $3,000 a night at that resort. But with that card, it could have bought me, let's say I wanted to stay a whole week. That whole week would have cost me $250. It had a water park in it. Let's say you didn't even want to do the whole Disney drama, but you wanted your kids to still go to parks and whatnot. It's within the resort. They have golf within the resort. Everything that you would take your family to go do is in that resort. So you wouldn't have to pay for 10 Disney tickets. You wouldn't have to pay for this or that. You could have that same experience without mouse ears right at that resort. How would you not say no? How would you say no to this? You couldn't. It sucks because I would have bought from there. I ended up going to a different one and I ended up buying from there so that my kids could have an even better experience next vacation time. And I don't have to start paying on that membership until September. Yeah. So that guy screwed himself out of a huge commission by doing this. So moral of the story is there's nothing wrong with Summer Bay. If you have the chance to go stay at Summer Bay, I would do it. I loved what I saw. I would go stay at Summer Bay. If you have that opportunity, go stay at Summer Bay. Yes, definitely. If you have the opportunity, definitely stay. Definitely go with Club Newport. I would definitely do it. But again, I encourage anybody and everyone, if somebody's trying to sell you something and they're abusing you during the process, don't buy with them. That's not who you go with, right? Yeah, so I will be doing a review now on the place that I did end up purchasing the very next day.